So I was driving home Friday, and I was like, you know what? I kind of feel like watching Rango again.
Okay.
And so I did. Friday night, my dad, he's already seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
And so we started, and he went to bed, and then we finished it today. That still holds up. One of the funniest movies. One of the best animated movies I've ever seen in my life. It's worthy of winning the best animated feature at the Oscars.
My whole family went, like even my grandpa and my grandma.
It's so good.
We all made a trip to go see it in theaters.
It's so good.
I remember liking it. I remember though being shocked, being like, "This is a kids movie."
Exactly. So Rattlesnake Jake, I feel like all of him, the drinking, the smoking, the gun violence, it all like pushes. I feel like I'll die on this. It pushes the boundaries of what I think a PG movie is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like it's so good, but there's so much of that where I'm like, wow, I can't believe they made this into like a kids movie, which is just the Western vibe. Of it.
Well, my grandpa loved Westerns, and so
my
he
dad
was
loves. That's why
very,
my dad
very
loves it.
excited for it. And then he watched it and he goes, "I just don't know if I should have taken my grandkids to it."
Exactly. Because like
And-
Rattlesnake Jake, he's like, and there's so many lines in that where this so funny, but it's like the stupid kind of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm like the one lizard goes, "Oh, it's like a puzzle. It's like a big old mammogram." And then you know what my favorite joke of that entire thing is? The thespian joke.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, what they said they's thespians. Thespians? I thought that was illegal in 7 states.
I will never
Oh.
I will never forget the first. So I was like 11, 12 in theater club at the local theater.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking in and I look at all these older kids. You know, they're on high school. And so I look at all these older kids. "Hello, my fellow lesbians." Like with as much confidence as I possibly could have.
Did you know what it meant?
No.
You were trying to say thespians?
I was trying to say thespians. As they just look on at me in
like,
awe
what?
and shame.
They're like, what? Maybe a hot take. I think it's one of the best Westerns ever.
It's probably a hot take
Westerns in general.
in general. So yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
a hot take because you know when you've
I
got
love it so much. You got all the
True
Clint Eastwood
Grit,
stuff.
Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
That's not. I'm not saying they're bad.
Yeah,
It's like
you saying it's
up
up
there.
You saying it's up there
it
with
is up there
with
all the goats. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Mondays Are for the Nerds. I'm your co-host Jay Wright,
and I'm your other co-host Tristan Stump.
here to give you your weekly recap on pop culture news, entertainment news that came out this week. Quite a bit.
Oh yeah, quite
Especially
a bit.
on your side.
Especially on my side. Gamescom was this week. I mentioned it last week, and I knew it was going to be a workload.
Yeah.
So I went in. No, I mean, let's see. I got off work yesterday at 2. I had a little bit of me time, so I didn't get home till like 3:30, and then I took a 30-minute like dinner break probably. But from 3:30 to 8:30 was nothing but doing notes.
Yeah. And when did it start? Wednesday?
It started Tuesday.
Tuesday? Because Tuesday came and just smacked us in the face with all that.
Yeah, so it was
Right off the bat, we're like, oh, this is going to be the week.
Tuesday through Sunday. And the thing is, as far as gaming goes, though, I believe it's this and then nothing until the Game Awards.
Except for maybe a...
Except for maybe a Nintendo Direct or
Yeah.
a Nintendo console reveal. One or both. I don't know if we're going to get both because rumors are saying that the console is not going to be out till April. So if it's not out till April, maybe it might not be see it until January.
Yeah.
But, you know, they want to give the console a little bit of time to, you know, get word out because not everybody's like us where we have our fingers on on that pulse.
Exactly.
So
you got to be like, see it to see it.
but that's not as gonna be as big as Gamescom. There's so much stuff to talk about. Like it's just gonna be Nintendo did this thing and here's some announcements. You know, so
Yeah. This is going to be our biggest thing.
Yeah.
Until the Game Awards. So we're cutting birthdays and anniversaries this week for time's sake.
once again,
We kind of thought about doing it early on. We're like, no, we'll wait. And then I think, 2 days later, we're like, no, we need to cut it.
on Tuesday we're getting all these announcements. And you're texting me like, hey, should we? I'm like, no, let's.
I
see.
had my birthdays done because I do kind of do them in advance. Hovering over the backspace button, I'm like, there's already so much, and it's only Tuesday.
I didn't even like we had decided before I even got to sit down and do anniversaries. So I was like, you know what,
You
works
have
for
to,
me.
yeah.
'Cause
2 hours of my time.
Watch us miss some big anniversary or something this week where it's like
No.
big talking point. But
Oh, well.
a little bit of small talk other than the Rango thing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, dude,
It's
Nickelodeon. I miss when
So good.
Nickelodeon did original movies.
Oh, yeah. Was that like their last big one?
Yeah, because any other original,
They went out with a bang.
I'm trying to think of any other originals they did after that. I mean, there was Under the Boardwalk, which could have been if they had pushed it.
Yeah.
I think people would have liked it. It's a musical. You don't get a whole lot of animated. Even Disney is kind of like, they do a musical and then for a couple of years they do something else and then do another musical that isn't a remake anyway.
Yeah.
And so between Rango and Under the Boardwalk, I think it was just SpongeBob and Ninja Turtles and a couple, like, they're not in theaters, but they did direct-to-DVD streaming with Rocko's Modern Life and Invader Zim and all those. But yeah, Rango was that 2011. I want to almost said 10.
I didn't realize until watching it today. Ned Beatty plays the tortoise.
Mm-hmm.
2 years in a row, the villain of the best animated features. You realize that?
Yeah, 2011.
Toy Story 3 was in
2010. Yeah. And then
he was Lotso.
Yeah.
And then Rango in 2011. But yeah, Ned Beatty, 2 villains back-to-back in Oscar-winning movies. All I did this week, I finished season 7 of Cheers today. And then I finished the Lego Tuxedo Cat Monday. And I'm kind of waiting like a couple of days to do Jaws so I don't get burned out. That's going to be my next big thing.
What's really funny to me about the Tuxedo Cat thing, you were texting all of us like your progress and all that, is that you made a Five Nights at Freddy's joke.
I did.
When out of all of us in that group chat, you were
I
like,
know nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, even though it's an accurate joke.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But
I made a joke about I had part of the head done, but it was like you could like see the inside, and I stopped it for the night because I had to open the next day. And I made a joke like it looked like the top of the animatronic for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, it looked like an endoskeleton, kind of like the inside, because all he had, like the cat's eyes were on there, but the rest of the face wasn't quite right. And so, anyway, this week I played the demo for Funko Fusion, which we will talk about later.
Yes.
I also have been playing on my 3DS some more. So I've been playing through Superstar Saga, which is the original Mario and Luigi game. I'm going to play through all the Mario and Luigis leading up to November when
the new one
comes out. So I've been playing through that, or the 3DS remake, and that's the only 3DS remake I'll play because I haven't played the Bowser's Inside Story remake, but Bowser's Inside Story is one of my favorite games ever, and I've heard the 3DS remake is just, like it's fine if you haven't played the original, but if you have played the original, and especially if you play it shortly after you play the other 3DS remake, which is the one I'm playing now, it's just...
You're like,
Yeah. It's like, ugh. So, but I played that. Let's see, what else did I play this? I actually had time to kind of sit down and just, do whatever. Finish The Hobbit.
Yes.
The Hobbit.
You told me how small the writing is on Lord of the Rings.
Hold on, I'm going to be right back.
The font.
All right, so I grabbed my copy of the Lord of the Rings that I bought.
Lord.
So that's, that's the size of the book, but let me open it to a page here real quick.
Oh my goodness.
It's about half the font size of my copy of The Hobbit.
Jeez.
It's going to last me a while. Like, it's good.
Yeah, the leather bound. That looks awesome.
But man, is it... And like, I can read it fine.
The best way I can describe it for listeners is the look of this is like one of those handout New Testament Bibles they give at parades. Like, it's that small. It's bigger than that, but, like, the font is that small.
Yeah, and so...
Oh, my goodness. By bigger than that, I mean it's barely bigger than that. I'd say about 1/2 the size.
Yeah.
Or 1 1/2, I should say.
Anyway, it's a good book size, and I'll be able to read it, but, like, after I'm done, I might need bifocals because my eyes have just strained so hard.
Exactly.
So I'm taking a break from that, and I'm reading the Psychology Zelda, so I'm going to read through that first, but so I got that. I did go on a little bit of a
shopping spree.
I wouldn't call it a shopping spree. I just bought a couple games when I had only intended to just go in and be like, "Hey, I need to check up my pre-orders," and he was like, "Okay, cool," and then something caught my eye, and I was like,
"Me at the Lego store." Come home with $1,300
because, like, I'm still, being safe, but
yeah.
So I'm not. I wasn't breaching into anything that I shouldn't have been spending, but It's just, one less hamburger
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I got one game on my Switch, and then I got a couple of Daisy, Princess Daisy, like a figure and another amiibo that I didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Fairy Tail, video game for like $40. It's never on sale digitally. It's based on the anime Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
And I'd been wanting to play it for a while because I'm big Fairy Tail fan. And so I liked it.
Nice.
I'm only like an hour and a half in. It's an RPG, so an hour and a half in is like I just got the tutorial done basically.
As we discussed about that other game.
Yeah. So I mean, the other game though, what was it? Sea of Stars? That I think was the other game.
Is that the one you said where it's like you're almost done, but that means you're like 4 hours away?
That one was only like 35 hours long, which for an RPG that's short.
Yeah.
So
you're like.
So this one we'll see. We'll see how long it takes me. I'd imagine just probably a hair longer, but
yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I did this week. We played those games.
Should I get into my releases this week?
Yes, sir.
On the movie side, on VOD and digital, we got 3 of them. Tuesday, August 20th, Twisters and Bad Boys Ride or Die, released on video on demand. And on Friday, August 23rd, Long Legs was available on digital. On the theatrical side of things, on Friday, August 23rd, The Forge was released. It says, a year out of high school with no plans for his future, a boy is challenged by a single mom and a successful businessman to start charting a better course for his life. Through the prayers of his mother and biblical discipleship from his new mother, he begins discovering God's purpose for his life is so much more than he could hope for or imagine. Blink Twice, which is Zoe Kravitz's directorial debut, starring her, I believe, fiancé, Channing Tatum. When tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him and his friends for a dream vacation on his private island. Wild nights soon blend into sun-soaked days, but when strange things start to happen, Frida must uncover the truth if she hopes to make it out alive. We got the remake of The Crow, came out Friday. Soulmates Eric Draven and Shelley Webster are brutally murdered when the demons of her dark past catch up with them. Given the chance to save his true love by sacrificing himself, Draven returns to seek bloody revenge against the killers, traversing the worlds of the living and the dead to put the wrong things right. So Braxton and I were going to go see that this coming Sunday, and then I was coming back from Springfield, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll be home in time. And then like 6 o'clock, I was passing Sonic. I'm like, hey, do you want to go catch 7 o'clock? And he's like, absolutely. And so we saw that. I haven't seen the original The Crow. I mean, I know what happens. I know Brandon Lee was like killed while filming it, but I hadn't seen the original. I know it's rated. Or I mean, like
the
Rotten
old one
Tomatoes
was rated. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it.
The new one.
The new one.
See, I
No, that's what I mean. I know what the old one
Okay.
is rated, but I also know I know the old one's rated high and this one's rated way low.
Yeah.
As someone who's not seen the original, I liked it. But I want to preface that I have not seen the original. I only know of it. Braxton said he liked it. He loves the original. He even said, like, after the movie, he said Bill Skarsgård did Brandon Lee justice. Apparently, this is all coming from him. Apparently, it's like 2 different kinds of characters than what they play. So it's not like he's being Brandon Lee.
It's kind of like Robin Williams Genie versus Will Smith Genie.
Yeah. They're their own things, kind of.
Okay.
So it's not like a direct copy. But as someone I need to preface this, I have not seen the original Crow. Saying that, I actually kind of enjoyed it. And then we got the limited release of Greedy People. Residents of a small island town navigate a murder and then discovery of $1 million, a series of increasingly bad decisions upend the once peaceful community. And then on streaming side, on Friday, August 23rd, we got Incoming to Netflix. 4 freshmen in high school get ready for their first school party. They're preparing themselves for something unfamiliar and terrifying. We got The Killer on Peacock. It's John Woo's remake of his own movie, starring Omar Sy and I think Natalie Emmanuel. And then we got on Hulu, The Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat. Lifelong best friends Odette, Clarice, and Barbara Jean share an unbreakable bond from decades of withering life's storms. Through new shades of heartbreak, the trio are put to test as they face challenging times. In television, there was like a lot, but there was like the big ones this week. On Thursday, August 22nd, Netflix released both That 90s Show Season 2B and Secret Lives of Orangutans, a new David Attenborough show I will watch. And then today, college football started. And then in the music side of things, on Friday, August 23rd, Sabrina Carpenter released a new album, Short and Sweet. And she released a music video for the opening track, Taste, and which starred Jenna Ortega. So that's all I got on my releases side.
Tell you something. So if you want to talk about just the strange way things tend to overlap, Shrek 5 being announced is great. You know, I'm a little nervous about, just because of the modern state of DreamWorks. We'll see if they are able to make Shrek with the same tone as they did, you know, for the first, 1, 2, and 4, or if it's going to be another 3.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. It's still exciting. But one bad thing that came from Shrek being relevant again is...
Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life?
No, the revival of the... It's not that bad. The revival of the Shrek Twitter account.
Oh, is it like Wendy's?
It's like something. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it
How
up.
dare you hide your phone from me so I can't see what you're doing right now?
I gotta pull it up. I'm just gonna show it to you. So for the listeners, there's
I don't think that's even Sabrina Carpenter's hair.
No. Take a closer look at
Okay,
it.
no, I see. Okay, yeah, that's
So for the listeners, Shrek Twitter account retweeted a pop-based tweet of talking about the release of Sabrina Carpenter's album, and it's a picture of Sabrina Carpenter she's got her back to the camera, she's looking back, and she's got the kiss mark on her shoulder.
It's the please
It's
picture.
the please picture. Anyway, and so Shrek retweeted and said please in parentheses, not the gumdrop buttons, and then did a front-facing picture of Gingy. With and they photoshopped the kiss mark and the hair exactly like it is onto him, making this weird perspective.
It was the best thing I've seen tonight. No, did you scroll down? Oh, you're gonna make me laugh so hard I gag and throw up, dude.
So this Twitter account, this comment, the first comment, or subtweet or however it's called on this Shrek tweet is at Casey for real saying leg break is one thing, my gumdrop's another. Anyway,
you put that away. That is too much power to have right now.
Yeah. Anyway, so I know that was a big aside, but I had to bring it up because you brought Sabrina Carpenter up. So, yeah. But moving on to my releases for the week, let me get that. As for video game releases this week, August 20th was the release of Black Myth Wukong on PC, Xbox, and PS5 from Game Science. Black Myth Wukong is an action RPG rooted in Chinese mythology. You shall set out as the destined one to venture into the challenges and marvels ahead to uncover the obscure truth beneath the veil of glorious legend from the past. It is breaking all sorts of records.
Oh, yeah.
Doing critically well, although I have heard some criticisms about it, like the characterization of the main character and different things like that. A lot of it, some of the criticism I saw was just because the people who were playing it was just not their type of game. Like they were, where it's like, well, that's just normal for the gameplay. Also on August 20th, Dustborn on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC from Red Thread Games and Publishers. Spotlight by Quantic Team. Ragtag Crew, check. Musical Gear, check. Tour Bus and Robot Driver, check. Stolen Package, check. Embark on a perilous road trip across a divided states of America. Use the powers of words to shape relationships with your crew and get out of trouble and reach your final destination. Its art style was pretty interesting. I don't know if my thing will work. It's got a pretty cool art style, kind of cell shading.
Kind of like GTA is what it gives me vibes of.
Yeah, GTA meets Borderlands kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of look about it. Seemed pretty interesting. So I might have to give that a try. Mm-hmm. We also got Stumble Guys released on Switch on August 20th. And on August 20th was Once Upon a Rogue's Tale from PC from Polypirates, UG, and Lizard Child embark on a journey through your favorite fairy tales in this charming roguelike deck builder. Trade dice in battle to play lots of different cards or to use powerful character abilities, encounter story events, and make tough decisions to shape your journey as it unfolds in your personal storybook. So that seemed pretty cool. On August 21st, we got Mika and the Witch's Mountain on PC and Switch from Chibig and Nukefest. Mika and the Witch's Mountain is a fantasy adventure about an aspiring witch who delivers packages to townspeople of a small island. Explore every cranny and soar through the sky with your magic broom. It's cute little chibi, got, I can't remember the name of the other games they've worked on, but it's very much their style. They've kind of got this thing, this identity in what they make.
Yeah.
Very much inspired by the Ghibli movie Kiki's Delivery Service, which is about a witch girl who
That's what the vibes it gave me.
Who starts, a delivery service. August 22nd was the release of Mitzi No on PC from DU and I. In this free 2D puzzle game, you must reassemble broken objects that your cat has knocked over. So
Accurate.
It's free too, so that's just.
What is that?
It's free.
No, I mean, like, what's the game?
Mitzi No on PC.
Okay.
On
Let me text that to you real quick so I can try it. Wait, PC?
PC, yeah. We gotta get you a gaming laptop, man. This is like, I think the third week in a row I've said a game you really like and it's ended up being on computer only, so.
Continue.
And
Well,
then,
rage out
finally, on August 23rd, Concord released on PS5 and PC from devs Firewalk Studios and publisher PlayStation. Join the crew of the North Star. Assemble your crew of free gunner space outlaws and team up with friends online on PS5 and PC in Concord. Seems like another just player versus player shooter game.
Only in space.
Only in space. Kind of hard to make those stand out.
If you're not Fortnite.
Or to a certain extent, Splatoon or Overwatch, or the classic ones that kind of started it. So when you make a new one, you have to really be doing something interesting.
Yeah.
To
Other than
stand
just
out,
like the settings. Kinda.
Yeah, or just be a Marvel or be a licensed game. Anyway, so that's my release for this week. Thankfully, considering the amount of gaming news I have this week,
the releases
very
were
light on releases.
Yeah.
So,
in terms of posters this week, we got a poster for Y2K, Megalopolis, Arcane Season 2, Terminator Zero, a new Wicked poster, the poster for the new Bridget Jones movie titled Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, Paris Has Fallen, the Pinocchio Unstrung, the Pinocchio horror movie set in the Pooniverse, got in poster, Terrifier 3, and a new poster for Speak No Evil. In terms of trailers, we got the Tomb Raider anime, got a new trailer releasing October 10th on Netflix, starring Haley Atwell. The trailer for A24's Apocalypse movie, Y2K, which looks hilarious. Kyle Mooney directed it from SNL. In theaters on December 6th, the new trailer for Monsters, a teaser, for Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, Season 2 of the anthology series. First one was Jeffrey Dahmer. Releasing September 19th on Netflix. The new trailer the first trailer for Secret Level, which we'll talk more about later, releasing December 10th on Amazon Prime Video. New trailer for Wise Guy, David Chase and The Sopranos, a 2-part documentary on making The Sopranos, releasing September 7th on HBO. We got a new trailer for The Piano Lesson releasing November 22nd on Netflix. New first trailer for Lego Pixar Brick Tunes, releasing September 4th on Disney+. And tonight we got the Red Band trailer for Terminator Zero, releasing August 29th on Netflix. This week we also got, I believe it was Tuesday, new trailer for Megalopolis, It's releasing on September 27th in theaters. And it was later removed after a couple hours due to did you see this? Mm-mm. It had bad reviews of Francis Ford Coppola's past movies.
Oh, I did see this.
So and it had bad reviews on it. I thought it was a joke, and then they actually released it. I didn't get to watch the trailer before it came out because I was at work. And then they removed it, and then a couple days later, it was revealed that the bad reviews were all AI generated, and Lionsgate fired the marketing consultant that was responsible. Because I think they tried to capitalize on the behind the scenes stuff that Francis Ford Coppola was being a creep about, and Megalopolis how it was did not do well at Cannes or whatever film festival it was shown at, and went about it the wrong way. I saw that, I was like, oh snap. And release dates and windows, we only really got one new one. The Australian reboot of The Office releases on October 18th on Prime Video. And then in terms of casting, Claudia Dumit, who you know her from The Boys, I know her from Timeless. She was cast in the Megan spinoff movie Soulmate. Happy Gilmore 2 got some castings. Benny Safdie was cast, and then while Adam Sandler was on The Tonight Show promoting his new stand-up special, he said Travis Kelce will appear. And Will Trent Season 3, Gina Rodriguez has been cast as a regular. The Wrecking Crew, which is Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista's buddy cop movie. Tamira Morrison and Jacob Batalon have been cast. And then they announced the cast for Alejandro G. Inarritu's next movie. The film will follow the most powerful man in the world who tries to prove he is humanity's savior before the disaster he's unleashed destroys everything. It will star Tom Cruise, Riz Ahmed, Sophie Wilde, Sandra Hüller, Jesse Plemons, John Goodman, and Michael Stolberg.
So we'll go into my miscellaneous news here, my pre-Gamescom news.
Yes.
So Level 5's upcoming Life Sim RPG, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, has been delayed from its release of October 10th, 2024 to and later unknown date. They said more information will release later. So we will see what comes out of that. I was kind of looking forward to it too. So it's like, oh man. Mega Man was announced as a featured franchise in Funko Fusion. A demo of the game released the same day as the announcement on August 19th. The demo was a Steam exclusive and features the first level up to the boss fight. You don't get to fight the boss fight of the thing. I played the demo. I told you about it. It was pretty good. I'm liking, there's some wonky things about it, but I think some of that was because my computer just needs some parts updated on it. And part of it is because it's a demo. It's going to have some things that they'll iron out. When a demo goes public, it is probably several versions behind of what the final product is going to be.
Yeah.
But I had fun. And the ways they incorporated Funko things into it, like things you know about Funko into the gameplay.
You don't like the boxes.
Like, yeah. So when you do the you go and you swap characters at this rotating giant Funko box somewhere in the level, or multiple places in the level because the levels are expansive. And anyway, so the little stickers on the boxes, instead of being like, oh, it's, Comic-Con exclusive sticker or whatever, it's like got little symbols that represents their abilities in the game.
Yeah.
And so like a character had a flamethrower, so you had a little fire sticker, and
so you know what you need.
So you know if you know what you need, and then it's the strategic thing because it is a third-person shooter. So if you use your character with a flamethrower, he doesn't have a dodge because his dodge button is using the flamethrower. So you go, okay. And am I good enough at shooting and not getting hit to have a character with no dodge and different things like that? So I don't want to spend too much time on it because we had a lot to talk about today, but I had a lot of fun. I know there's been, it's Funko, so there's
You're seeing me pre-order it right now as we speak.
Yeah, Jay is
I whipped out my Amazon.
The game. And and I say it again, if you pre-order the game, you get Walking Dead characters. So you get Rick and Michonne, I think. The PS5 exclusive Final Fantasy XVI will launch on PC on September 17th. Nintendo held a Nintendo Direct for the upcoming Nintendo Museum. They had to specify that the no console or game announcement would be announced there, which is so funny that people are so rabid for that news that Nintendo is having to specify, hey, we're not going to say anything. Calm down, Raptors.
You know I love a Chris Pratt reference. Nice.
Anyway, the museum is built on the original Kyoto location of Nintendo, which is very cool. The museum officially opens October 2nd, 2024. Highlights include a room featuring all Nintendo consoles and a showcase of Nintendo games, as well as a room of giant game controllers requiring 2 players to play one game, and it goes up to the Wii. So in the background, as Miyamoto is talking about the room, there's these 2 museum workers holding a giant Wii remote together and playing a game on the Wii.
I love that. It's like the Sony room in Astrobot. Kinda.
Yeah, kind of like that.
That's awesome.
And then they also had an indoor batting cage game highlighting the company's Ultra Machine, amongst others, from its toy making days. And so, because the Ultra Machine was an indoor batting or indoor like ball pitching machine, and so
Yeah.
you would get a little ball and hit the balls. Obviously, indoor, made for kids. You know what happened? So
Through the window.
batting cages are recreations of what living rooms would have been like in Japan and like when the toy came out.
Yeah.
And so your goal is to hit things on the shelf with the ball
love
that it pitches
that.
to you, and different things. Like if you hit a printer, it prints out a piece of paper that says Super Mario on it and different things like that.
I love that.
So it's Nintendo, you know, it's a museum, 135 plus
But it's also
years.
like a discovery center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, you know, it's celebrating
It's an
100
interactive museum.
celebrating 135 years and doing it in an interactive way, which is so Nintendo.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
they originally made playing cards.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
what they started
And, like,
with.
the 18
You can now you can make your playing cards. You can play that game. I think there's a giant screen. There's a giant screen on the floor, which is also an interactive game. Just all sorts of stuff where it's like, man, that'd be a pretty cool visit. The Backyard Sports franchise has announced its triumphant return. The Classic Kids computer game series is relaunching with games, merch, and films and series, as confirmed by the owners of the IP Playground Productions. That is incredibly exciting. You know what Playground?
Yeah, I didn't mind. Yeah.
Backyard Sports, man,
Yeah.
dude.
I didn't watch a lot of it, but I remember seeing it around.
One of the schools I went to had it on one in the computer lab. There was a Backyard Sports game, and then on top of that, there's a YouTuber I watched growing up that had a bunch of videos on them. That is like them. I saw that announcement, and I was just brought back. I was like, yes.
Well, Travis and Jason were like on their podcast this summer, being like, "Bring that back, bring that back."
Yeah. So it is.
It's coming back,
Back.
coming back, baby.
We also got a trailer for Terry Bogard, the next DLC fighter in Street Fighter 6. He arrives on September 24th. We got a new trailer showcasing Shadow's new Doom powers in Sonic X Shadow Generations. The game releases October 25th. Mario Kart and additional Animal Crossing Lego sets have been announced. The 3 new Animal Crossing sets and the 6 Mario Kart sets will launch January 1st.
I
Looks
saw the
pretty
Mario
cool.
Kart sets.
There's
I want it for the vehicles. I still don't
Same.
like the blocky.
The figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it because it's
It can be played
get
with the
the design, but I want it for the vehicles.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a Yoshi motorcycle one that I'm like, I would love that on my desk.
and like the cart, the traditional cart Mario. Yep, I want that.
Yeah, so it's
So like the sail and everything.
just wait. I didn't look too good on. I looked at a bunch of the sets, but I didn't quite take in. Was there a Rainbow Road set? Because that's got to be a set that's going to come at some point if it isn't in the initial.
There wasn't really like the terrain ones. It was more so the focus on the vehicles.
On the vehicles
and
themselves, yeah.
The biggest one was like a Peach and the I think Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
set, but there wasn't really like focus on specific tracks.
We got a story trailer for Silent Hill 2 and Animal Crossing. Pocket Camp, which is the Animal Crossing mobile game, will be ceasing operations November 28th. A paid offline version of the game is in development, which is pretty cool. A lot of mobile games don't do that. When they end, they're done, and it's like you're not all this time you spent with us is for naught.
Yeah.
So doing an offline version is pretty cool. There's some games where it's like if they shut down, they better do an offline version.
Yeah,
Like some of the city building games and stuff, where it's like that can be an offline.
like the Simpsons.
Yeah.
And,
Bloomtown, a different story from developers Lazy Bear Games and Different Sense Games and publisher Twin Sales Interactive, has announced its release date of September 24th on all major platforms. Bloomtown, a different story is a narrative JRPG mixing fun turn-based combat, monster taming, and social RPG mechanics set in a seemingly pleasant 1960s Americana world. Join Emily and her group of friends to save their cozy town from the demonic creatures that live in the hearts of its residents. Retro-style indie racing game Victory Heat Rally has announced its PC and mobile release date of October 3rd, a Nintendo Switch port to come at a later date from developer Sky Devil Palm and publisher Platonic Friends. And then Nintendo released Chapter 1 of the 3-chapter demo for Famicom Detective Club Emio the Smiling Man on August 19th. Chapter 2 follows on August 22nd, and the final third chapter of the demo will release on August 27th. The full release of the game is the 29th.
so 1 and 2 are out right now.
1 and 2 are out now. 3 comes out literally in 3 days. So pretty exciting. I want to beat the other 2 before I even touch this one. That's my miscellaneous gaming news for the week before we get into the big stuff.
The big dog. I got a couple miscellaneous. We'll try to do rapid fire. New looks. We got our first clip from Beetlejuice. Before the movie came out, new stills of Bill Skarsgård and FKA Twigs were released for The Crow. New looks of the practical sets and Paul Mescal, Pedro Pascal, and Joseph Quinn from Gladiator 2. Transformers 1. New clips were shown at an Excision DJ set. And we got our first look at Ciarán Hinds as the Dark Wizard from Lord of the Rings of Power Season 2, which releases next week. In terms of our first looks, we got a first look at the Australian The Office reboot. First look at The Piano Lesson, directed by Malcolm Washington and starring Samuel L. Jackson, Ray Fisher, Danielle Deadwyler, and John David Washington, releasing later this year on Netflix. We got our first look at The Salem's Lot, releasing on October on Max. First look at Secret Level, which, as we previously mentioned, it's a 15 episode anthology series, 10 or 15, one of the two. Episode anthology series where basically it's like different video games set. Of the ones listed here, there was first looks at Kratos, Mega Man, Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima, and Sifu. Keanu Reeves will seemingly star on the Armored Core episode and will also feature episodes set in Warhammer 40k and Pac-Man. Looks awesome,
dude.
It looks so
when
good.
I tell you the Mega Man, the shot of Mega Man grabbing his helmet,
yeah,
I do, because earlier in the trailer. The thing you got to know about Mega Man fans, which I am partially, I didn't grow up on Mega Man because Mega Man's just kind of been hanging on for dear life for the past 20 years, basically. Yeah. So the game, I didn't get any of the Mega Man Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, which was like primarily what he was releasing at the time. And then after that, it just kind of fizzled out. And so seeing earlier in the trailer, there's this shot of a character walking forward. I'm like, was that? And then it shows him grabbing his helmet later. And it's Mega Man.
Yeah.
They'll do anything. They'll have him cameo in Funko Fusion and get his own world or episode in Secret Level, but they aren't going to give him a new game.
Nope. Not at all. He's both deserving and not, apparently, at the same time.
He's just one of those characters where he's become a cameo character, and then every once in a while we get a re-release of like a collection of his games, or we'll get like we got Mega Man 11 on the Switch like a while back, and then nothing else. But yeah, and I mean Kratos and just all the different. It looked so good, and obviously
I didn't know Jin Sakai was going to be in there.
Love, Death, and Robots, man, is so good.
Yeah.
So like this just being that, but with video games on top of that too. Like it. I mean, it's not specifically all franchises I'm into, but it's still going to be something I'm excited for.
We got our first look at It's What's Inside. A horror film follows a group of friends who gather for a pre-wedding party that descends into an existential nightmare when an estranged friend arrives with a mysterious game. There's going to be Hayden at one of our...
We're not gonna.
If we ever fall apart from Hayden, he's gonna just show up like this one day.
Like, hey, I brought the Necronomicon.
Completely well-meaning. He's not meaning any harm. But
yeah.
Hayden always finds a way. Released on October 4th on Netflix. We got a new look at A Man on the Inside, which I had no idea existed. It's a new series from Mike Schur, who created The Good Place, The Office, Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Fantastic. It follows a man who gets a new lease on life after answering an ad from a PI and becoming a mole in a secret investigation. It stars Ted Danson and Stephanie Beatriz. So like me on my Cheers kick right now and loving The Good Place. If it's half as good as The Good Place, I'm there. It looks so good.
You know what was good? I mean, at least the first 2 episodes I watched, and then I was not able to watch the rest of the series, but Mr. Mayor.
I watched the whole first season. I got like tweeted a lot. Bobby Moynihan liked one of my tweets. Oh, that and like Keenan.
Yeah.
Like releasing Mr. Mayor is it was so funny. It was so funny. I love
how
Ted
much
Danson
long.
so
I know
much.
it only lasted 1 season, didn't it? 2 seasons.
2.
How much longer did Keenan last? Because it lasted 2
Keenan,
seasons.
I think lasted 3 seasons.
Okay. Because Keenan, the first season of Keenan was also very good.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen past season 2.
That's not
past season 1.
That sounds hilarious.
It does. And like the pictures of just Ted Danson, he's trying to like be secret, you can tell, but he's also like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
It looks so good. It looks so good. I love Ted Danson so much. Do you remember whenever I found the Twitter account? Is today Ted Danson's birthday?
Yes.
And I legitimately didn't know when his birthday was. And then the one day when it was, I'm like, oh, this is it. Okay. We got our first look at the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes raw cut. Shows the film alongside raw footage featuring no VFX and actors in motion capture suits, which I want to see so bad. And new look at We Bury the Dead. First look at Daisy Ridley in the new zombie survival thriller. Follows a woman who joins a body retrieval unit, hoping to find her husband alive following a disastrous military experiment, but not everyone is dead. Our third week of Glen Powell news. I told you this is going to be a new thing now.
Alrighty.
Chad Powers has begun filming. Series follows a college quarterback whose career ends after bad behaviors, so he walks onto a struggling Southern football team disguised as the talented Chad Powers. It releases on Hulu sometime. Glen Powell co-created it with the series with Michael Waldron, and they like 2 days later they released the first look at Glen Powell as him. He looks like Tom Cruise. Didn't you see it?
Yeah, it's just a crazy thing about Glen Powell is like, didn't he just announced like he was working on a podcast?
Oh yeah, that was last week. This is the third week in a row where we've had Glen Powell news,
where it's like something new. And where it's, man, that dude keeps himself.
I don't know
busy.
about new. The other one might have been like a Twisters thing.
A Twisters thing. Anyway, but either way, I'm always seeing like some new project that he's doing.
Oh yeah. Oh no. The other one was Jenna Ortega was cast in a movie that he's in.
Yeah. So where it's like, man.
Yeah.
Keeps himself busy.
Yeah.
Which I mean, he had
a
quote
get burned out from him.
He had a quote for why he keeps himself busy, but
yeah, he said he loves film, and so I'm like, listen, Glen Powell, you can do anything, and I will be watching. In terms of new announcements, we got quite a bit. I'll try to get through as fast as I can. A Poltergeist series in the works at Amazon Prime Video. Glenda Vasquez and Robbie Thompson will serve as showrunners. Friday the 13th prequel series is moving forward to A24. Brad Caleb Kane, who worked on It, Welcome to Derry, and Black Sails, will serve as showrunner. Millie Bobby Brown will star in and produce an adaptation of her own novel 19 Steps for Netflix. Lego Pixar Bricktoons was announced. The series will have episodes set in the universes of Brave, The Incredibles, Coco, Finding Nemo, and Cars. It was announced that a Pacific Rim prequel is in the works. An animated Ted series is in the works because season 2 of the live-action series is almost canceled due to the $8 million episode production cost. It was announced that How to Kill Your Family, Anya Taylor-Joy will star as murderer Grace Bernard in a series adaptation for Netflix. Stories follows a young woman who wages a murderous campaign against a millionaire and his family after he refused to acknowledge her as his daughter. Rush Hour 4 is being pitched to multiple studios at the moment. And I don't know if you saw this, but they're making a new Anaconda movie.
Yes, and it's about the making of a remake of Anaconda.
Yeah, Broforce. So it says it stars Jack Black and Paul Rudd are in talks to star at least. Follows a group of friends facing midlife crises who decide to go to the rainforest and remake their favorite movie from their youth, Anaconda. The creator of BoJack Horseman, Raphael Bob Waxberg, is developing a new adult animated comedy series for Netflix. It will follow a family over time, including their shared history, the inside jokes, and old wounds. Paris Has Fallen was announced, a TV series spinoff of the Has Fallen franchise, like London Has Fallen. A new John Williams documentary is releasing on November 1st on Disney Plus called Music by John Williams. It will also have a limited theatrical release. I don't really mention renewals, but I want to bring this one up. Ted Lasso was renewed for season 4 at Apple TV Plus today. Jason Sudeikis is expected to reprise his role, and Hannah Waddingham, Brett Goldenstein, and Jeremy Swift are already signed on to return. Filming is hoping to begin in early 2025, and preparations are currently being made to open the writer's room. This is one of my favorite shows ever.
Yeah.
I love Ted Lasso so much. And that's all my miscellaneous announcements for this week. Now we move on to the big dog of the week.
Going to talk about
title itself.
Going to talk about Gamescom, which started August 21st. They did the Gamescom opening night live, hosted by the Game Awards. And it goes through to the 25th. So if there is anything else announced on the 25th, you will hear about it next week.
As we'll do with weekend stuff like this,
but
like Comic-Con.
But it seems to be a pattern when we say that nothing really happens. So
nothing really happens on Sunday anyway.
Well, we will see. But during the opening night, Gearbox announced the development of Borderlands 4 to be released in 2025. Mm-hmm. Really riding on the
There's no coattails to ride on from that movie.
Riding on the briefs of...
Not even that. Okay, maybe that. Riding on the dingleberries? I waited until you played it to say it.
Of the Borderlands movie. Anyway. If to those whose first exposure to Borderlands was the movie...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've only played like the very beginning part of the first game, and I hated the movie.
Yeah. So Some missions of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 single-player campaign were shown off. The campaign takes place during the early 1990s in the aftermath of the Cold War, as well as during the Gulf War.
Ooh, is it another historical Call of Duty movie? Or movie game?
Yes.
Why did I not see this? That's my favorite Call of Duty games.
It releases October 25th.
This year?
Yes. Goat Simulator Remastered was announced.
Yes.
The remastered edition of the classic game will release later this year with enhanced graphics and all DLC, including DLC that was exclusive to the mobile phone version.
Yes.
Techland announced the third entry in the Dying Light series, Dying Light: The Beast. Protagonist Kyle Crane will return. No release date was given. A new trailer for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero was shown off. It releases October 11th. Amazon Games and GlowMade announced King of Meat, a new co-op combat game in which 4 players can be in a game show of ridiculously designed dungeons. Top-down action game Linked, Banner of the Spark from Fuzzybot Games was announced to be entering early access in October. It looked pretty cool. Had this like high action, like this robot attaches itself to his arm. And then you have like all these like high action, like, you know, running forward and, doing all these flips. And anyway, it looked pretty cool. Now, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage released a first gameplay trailer. The Life is Strange inspired game will be set in 2 timelines, one in 1995 and one in present day. The game will be released in 2 parts, titled Tape 1, which releases February 18th, 2025, and Tape 2, March 18th of 2025. No More Room in Hell 2 released a gameplay trailer. Embark Studios gave an update on its upcoming free-to-play shooter Arc Raiders, confirming a 2025 release window. A playtest will be held this fall. Self-proclaimed coziest open-world game Infinity Nikki released an overview trailer. A closed beta is announced, and you can apply for it on the official website. I believe the head of the game used to work on the Legend of Zelda series. Breath of the Wild was on one of the last Zelda games he worked on before he left to work on this. So if that gives anybody like a kind of thought. Dude, they called it an overview trailer. I don't know if I picked up anything about the game from it.
Okay, never mind.
Look, hold on. I'm pausing this just so I can get your reaction, because I think you're gonna have the same reaction I did. Anyway, so that's the trailer.
Can you just take the girl out and let me play as the cat with a hood?
I wish, but no, you're playing as the girl. But no, it looks
beautiful.
I'm intrigued.
It looks beautiful.
I want to see what it's all about. But at the same time, that is not an overview trailer. That is a teaser at best.
Yeah,
an extended teaser. Path of Exile 2 will enter early access on November 15th. A new trailer for Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 was released. Yeah, Dune Awakening received a gameplay trailer. It looked pretty interesting. I mean, the only aspect I don't care about it is that it's strictly a social game. So you make your character, and then you go, and then you're in this open world, and then your character's growth depends on how you interact with other players and NPCs and stuff. And it's like, if that was optional,
yeah,
but it's a major part of the game.
If I were like if you give me an open world Dune game, I mean, like, I'd like it, but after seeing more like this, I'm like, it's not what I envisioned.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's gonna be bad.
No, it definitely looks like it's gonna be great, just not up my alley.
Same.
So, the Little Nightmares team, Tracer Studios, announced its next project, Reanimal, a new horror game in which a brother and sister duo must escape an island while searching for their friends. You won't like it. You will not like it. I'm not even going to show you the trailer.
Let me just pull up a picture real quick.
Do you remember the teaser I showed you
of the fat pig
of the
thing?
pig? Yeah, that's what that was a teaser for. Jay is currently pulling up a picture.
Is this the one that I saw where like it's like a zoo thing?
No, that's Zoocosis. So Reanimal, it's like these giant zombie mutant.
Oh no.
Like there's this part in the trailer where they're looking down a well.
I saw the picture of the sheep spider thing. No.
Oh, see that sheep thing? They're looking down a well, and the sheep, like, which is like they've thrown the sheep down the well, like its neck goes and sticks back up.
No.
I told you not to Google it, man. So God. I was telling Dad the other night, I was like, if there is anybody who's worse about horror than me, it is Jay. Because I can at least handle like creepy stuff. But all right, Genshin Impact is coming to Xbox on November 20th. A new trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds was showcased. The game releases next year. It continues to look amazing. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves released a new trailer confirming a release date of April 24th, 2025. Mai Shiriuni was featured as in the trailer as the next character they announced for the game. Netflix has secured exclusivity rights to Monument Valley 3, releasing December 10th. The other 2 games in the series arrive on Netflix September 19th and October 29th, respectively. So, sorry to Monument Valley fans.
I still don't know how Netflix games work.
Cloud gaming is just not it. So I don't even want to give it a try.
Yeah.
Mecha Break, the next game from Amazing CSUN Games, received a gameplay trailer confirming a release window of 2025. We got first looks at gameplay of Civilization 7, as well as the announcement that the game's narrator is Gwendolyn Christie. The game releases February 11th, 2025 on all major platforms.
Ooh.
Starfield received a free update, adding a vehicle to the game to make planet exploration faster. And the first paid DLC expansion of the game, Shattered Space, will release September 30th. Marvel's upcoming 6v6 shooter, Marvel Rivals, will release on December 6th. All characters, current and future, will be available to all players for free.
I saw that.
This was announced alongside a Captain America and Winter Soldier trailer for the game. That's pretty cool because most games like this, you have to work your butt off to get those characters unlocked. I mean, Multiverses is just terrible about it. You know, if you want to talk about a criticism for Multiverses I will accept, it is very microtransaction-y and very, corporate, definitely has its fingers on that. People want to blame the developers. That's probably corporate saying, hey, microtransactions. So
is it David?
Probably not. It's probably the lead of Warner Brothers games.
Say it's David.
Okay. We'll just blame it all on Mr. Zaslav. Previously announced during a 2023 Xbox Game Showcase, side-scrolling action game Towerborn is set to release in early access on Steam on September 10th. Information on the Xbox release will be coming soon. Age of Mythology Retold releases on September 4th and will be available day 1 on Game Pass. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 released a gameplay trailer, releases February 11th, 2025 on PC, Xbox, and PS5. Batman Arkham Shadow received a gameplay trailer showcasing traversal and combat. Roger Craig Smith is confirmed to be voicing the Dark Knight. It releases in October for the MetaQuest 3. I watched the trailer. I'm like, this should have just been, and I get why they made it a VR game. They probably didn't want to follow up Arkham Knight with a smaller scale game, but it's like, that's okay because it's been so long.
I'm replaying Arkham as I beat it, but I'm like, I want to
You're
actually
going
100%
through and
it this
getting
time because I
everything.
didn't do it last time.
The only way
after that one, I'm like,
I have a
want to play new one. I want to play Origins, and I can't find that anywhere to play.
Yeah, Origins is hard. I don't think it's on the PS5 store. It might be on the
It's
PS4
not.
store, but you don't have your PS4 anymore.
No.
So anyway, Supermassive Games released a new trailer for Little Nightmares 3, taking over from the previously mentioned Tarsier games, and confirmed a release window of 2025. Peter Molyneux, creator of the Fable game series, revealed his next game project 3 years in the making, Masters of Albion, described as a god game, which I'm pretty sure means is one of those games where you get to you build a city and then you can go, okay, and now a storm and now a flood.
Tsunami.
Yeah, you get to mess around with your poor residents. Another look was given for the upcoming Squid Game Unleashed game. More Fun Studios has confirmed that its free-to-play shooter game Arena Breakout Infinite will exit early access and fully release before the end of the year. Bandai Namco released a live-action trailer for the upcoming Unknown 9 Awakening, confirming a release date of October 18th for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Blizzard Entertainment confirmed that the next expansion of World of Warcraft, The Evil Within, will enter early access on August 22nd for those who pre-purchase the Epic Edition of the expansion. Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred, received a new trailer. The expansion arrives October 8th. First Berserker, Kazan, will enter a closed technical beta on consoles from October 11th to October 20th. The anime-inspired Souls-like releases in early 2025. Machine Games released a trailer for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, confirming a PC and Xbox release date of December 9th.
Yes.
The PS5 release will arrive in spring of 2025. And finally, during opening night, we're only on opening night, a new Mafia game, Mafia: The Old Country, was officially revealed. More details on the game will come this December.
Yes.
Assuming to be at the Game Awards. All they said was this December. But
Yeah.
a gameplay trailer for Fatal Fury City of Wolves for the character Preacha was released. Kong Survival was revealed, a 2.5D adventure game about David, an oil rig worker searching for his daughter Stacy, facing off against Alan, Jonah, and the Hyenas, King Kong, and more Titans shortly after the events of Godzilla vs. Kong.
Ooh.
A gameplay trailer was released for Crysis X, a free-to-play survival game from Hero Games. Launches in 2025 on Xbox Mobile and PC. Construction simulator game Roadcraft was announced for PS5, PlayStation, and PC. Releases in 2025. Dave the Diver will be receiving collaboration content with Potioncraft, Balatro, and MXM Tune this October. We Harvest Shadows, a horror survival farming sim, was announced for PC. A demo is out now on Steam. Italian folklore Souls-like from developer Giamma Games and Toria, The Last Song, received a release date trailer coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 September 17th. Tandemi has announced Begone Beast, a spooky but cute hack-and-slash 4-player co-op game. Play as animal kids and a human girl as you make your way through hordes of demons. Enters early access in February 2025. Imagine if the art style of Turning Red,
Ooh.
like you just play as a bunch of the short friend.
I love her. She's one of my favorites.
Like I'm not going to play the trailer or anything. I'm just going to pull up a screenshot.
I can definitely.
You can see it from here.
Oh, I can definitely.
The whole trailer. They're like going through. They're going through. You're like, oh, is this a horror game? Where you're like running from monsters, and then the monsters come out, and the girl just grabs a sword and just goes ah. And so the whole game, as you are playing the game, the characters just scream like they're terrified as you're fighting these. It looks so funny.
It's a mix of me and Hayden.
Beyond Beast enters early access in February of 2025. So pretty exciting. Looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. Maybe it'd probably be a game that me, Jacob, and Hayden play together, and Trent.
Yeah.
If we can get all 4 of us together. The next Dark Pictures game, Directive 8020, has been announced. Hunted by an alien organism capable of mimicking its prey, the crew of the Cassiopeia must outwit their pursuers to make it home alive. To help them survive, the choices you make are more important than ever. Evade real-time threats where any step you take could be your last. Decide who to trust in a world where anyone could be a deadly alien imposter. From the developers of Until Dawn and The Quarry, and an all-new sci-fi survival horror adventure featuring Hollywood actress Lashana Lynch, Bob Marley, One Love, The Woman King,
Ooh.
as groundbreaking astronaut Young. Directive 8020 is an immersive cinematic horror experience that blends intense survival gameplay with a branching narrative storyline coming in 2025. Pretty cool. We got a look at the upcoming life sim game Enzoy from Krafton Inc. It's basically just The Sims with a different art style, like a more realistic art style.
Yeah.
In fact, they released a gameplay trailer and dropped a demo for the game, a character customizer specifically to show off the graphics of the game made in Unreal Engine 5. We got a trailer for Persona 3 Reload episode Aegis, which revealed a boss fight with Persona 5 protagonist Joker, and will be included in that DLC coming September 10th, 2024. Cute chibi life sim Floatopia has been announced for PC, Switch, Xbox, and PS5 to release in 2025. It plays a lot like Animal Crossing. An open-world adventure game starring mice inspired by Scandinavian folklore titled Hella from publishers Knights Peak and developers Wind Up Games, a new team founded by the creators of Unravel.
Oh, that's what it was. I was going to say that, yeah.
It has been announced for consoles and PC. No release date has been given. Rainbreaker, a roguelike medieval punk game with a comic book aesthetic, is coming to PC at a later date from Studio Fizbin and Thunderful. Automotive unveiled its upcoming game Herdling, about a boy herding a herd of mythical beasts, coming in 2025. Xbox revealed the Adaptive Joystick Controller, the newest addition to its adaptive controller lineup, which can help those with disabilities play video games. Looked pretty cool.
Nice.
Journey to the Savage Planet is getting a sequel in Revenge of the Savage Planet. Gameplay was shown in a showcase video confirming a 2025 release window for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Risk of Rain 2 is coming to Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5, alongside the Seekers of the Storm DLC on August 27th. Tomorrowhead Studios announced its new game, Will Follow the Light, a realistic first-person adventure game coming in 2025 on Xbox, PS5, and PC. Mars Attacks, an amusement park management game based on the film Mars Attacks was announced for 2025 release from studio Outlier. 2D hand-drawn Metroidvania Maui the Shapeshifter coming to PC from Play on Worlds. No release date was given. Ocean Drive Studio has announced God Save Birmingham, a zombie survival game set in medieval market town, coming to PC at a later date. I don't think it specified 2025, so I don't know why I wrote that down. Strategy game Worshippers of Cthulhu has confirmed its release date of October 21st, 2024. Very horror-heavy this year, I noticed. Yeah. Echoes of Mystralia, a roguelite RPG from Borealis Games, was announced for PC. No release date was given. Woodrunner Games, consisting of a team of developers behind Cuphead and Rick and Morty, has announced Croak, a 2D animated precision platformer about a frog prince traveling a fractured fairy tale world, coming to PC and other platforms at a later date. It looks so charming.
Other platforms meaning?
I would guess PS5.
Yes! Right out of the woods yet, boys.
Horror game Post Trauma has confirmed a release date of October 29th, 2024 on PC, PS5, and Xbox. 2D animated Metroidvania Constance, about a girl with a magic paintbrush, has released a demo on Steam. Psychological horror game Mouthwashing has confirmed a release date of September 26, 2024 on PC. Developer We Create Stuff has announced Nightmare House Reimagined, a full game version of their old Half-Life 2 mod, Nightmare House 2. The game will launch in 2025 on Steam with an expanded narrative gameplay and extra content. The upcoming top-down shooter game Kill Knight has announced its release date of October 3rd on all major platforms. And tactical turn-based roguelite pirate game Rogue Waters was announced from devs Tripwire Presents and publisher Ice Code Games. It releases on Steam and Epic September 30th. And that is everything I could gather announcement-wise from Gamescom. There was a lot of gameplay showcases for games we already knew about.
Yeah.
Launch trailers for games that aren't quite launching, like they don't launch for another week. So I really didn't include those, or else we'd be sitting here for 3 hours. So
ultra long episode.
Because we got we got more looks at Dial of Destiny, or not Dial of Destiny, The Great Circle, the Indiana Jones game, confirming I think it's Troy Baker.
Yeah, he's
voicing Indiana Jones. And so he did a thing where he showed off him mocapping it and talking about the game, and it looked very interesting.
I love Troy Baker
I
so
wish
much.
It wasn't first person. That's the only thing.
Oh, it's first person?
Except when you're doing, like, when you're swinging across, like, it'll zoom out to third, but it's going to be first person, which is like...
I'm fine with first person. I much prefer third person.
Same, especially when it's Indiana Jones. I want to look at the back at Harrison's Ford head the whole time, because it's like I'm playing Indiana Jones. I don't want to be Indiana Jones. I'm not going in the temple myself. You think I'm going to go in the Temple of Doom and
I'm going to eat a monkey heart?
Yeah. Anyway, so there was a lot of looks at games. There was what was it? Winter's Burrow, which is like this really cute looking game that's an Xbox exclusive or timed exclusive or whatever, that got gameplay look, and Funko Fusion was there. They didn't show off much more than they've already shown off. I think they're really wanting us to see what's in the game other than the franchises they've already announced, unless there's a couple more they haven't announced, but I imagine. So that's Gamescom. Am I going into anime right after this?
Yep.
Yes, I am. All right.
Hey, that's the first episode where I've pre-ordered 2 different games while recording.
Yeah. Anyway, moving into anime stuff, an English trailer for the upcoming My Hero Academia film, My Hero Academia: You're Next, released on August 22nd. The film comes to theaters in the United States and Canada on October 11th. Set after the conclusion of My Hero Academia Season 6 and right before the final battle between heroes and villains, My Hero Academia: You're Next sees Deku and his friends face a new threat, a mysterious figure calling himself Dark Might and claiming to be a new symbol of peace. We also got the first trailer for Middle-earth, or the Middle-earth anime film, Lord of the Rings: War of Rohirrim, which will release December 13th. Mm-hmm. Very excited for that. I showed Dad the trailer, and he is like, "So you think the Alamo get it?" Like
Yeah. It's 100%.
So
James even
I'm getting my dad to watch his first, I would say, this is the next step, because Castlevania is an anime, but it's got a lot of American influence. This is an anime that's is directed and animated and produced by a Japanese company, but mostly written by an American studio.
Yeah.
So, in that, hoping I can get him to watch Cowboy Bebop.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's going to listen to this episode, so I'm going to get you to watch Cowboy Bebop. The live-action One Piece series announced 4 more castings for Season 2 across 3 days. Katie Sagal will be playing Dr. Kureha.
Which is a big one.
next best choice after Jamie Lee Curtis. This is the character everyone wanted Jamie Lee Curtis to play, including herself, but like next best choice. She's going to do awesome. In fact, I'm almost like, I think we entered the right timeline with this one. Mark Herelick will play Dr. Herelick. Sentil Ramamurthy will play Nefertari Cobra. Karithra Chandran will play Miss Wednesday. And additionally, a message from series creator Ichiro Oda has confirmed that the second season will cover the events of Logtown, Reverse Mountain, or Twin Cape, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Island, which means that Alabasta, which people were assuming would be in the second season. I think I even have talked about, oh yeah, no, this is going to be what the second season.
Yeah.
It's going to be its own season, if not the first half of the third season, if we get a third season. I think it's rumored that they're filming season 2 and 3 back to back, so like they're assuming they're going to get renewal or however.
I watched episode 3 the other night, finally, again.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Jeff Ward was in it past episode 2, and I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
you told me Buggy was like a bigger thing because he's coming back in season 2.
Yeah.
See, I love Jeff Ward from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Highly anticipated anime Dandadan has, based on the manga of the same name by Yukinobu Tatsu, has confirmed its release date of October 3rd. The series will be coming to Netflix in the U.S. It's been announced that Jujutsu Kaisen will end its run on September 30th. The anime's third season is slated to premiere in 2025. Overlord, The Sacred Kingdom, the film based on the anime Overlord, has confirmed a North American release date of November 8th. So that's all my anime stuff. On the comic side of things, Marvel Comics will be celebrating the 85th anniversary of Marvel by releasing its 50,000th issue, Marvel 85th Anniversary Special Number 1, releasing August 28th. Celebrate Marvel's 50,000th comic book release. In the far future of the year 50,000, the exploits of the heroes of the Marvel Age are the stuff of legend, half remembered but still celebrated. Come with us now on a tour of the greatest museum in all the cosmos, in which the few surviving relics of those bygone days have been assembled. Each piece tells a unique story about the contest of champions and how it wrought an end of the Age of Heroes, about the greatest triumph of Miss Marvel, which is written by
Kamala Khan?
Mm-hmm.
Or Kamala Khan. Iman Vellani.
Yeah, Iman Vellani. You know what I meant. I knew what you meant when you said her.
Yeah.
My family and I do that all the time. We'll say the character's name. They'll be like, oh, we know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The final secret exploit of Excalibur, and more. Marvel's greatest storytellers gather to commemorate the whole of Marvel history in a once-in-a-lifetime celebration.
I love that.
And DC unveiled the logos for absolute DC versions of the DC Trinity.
I got a couple on the DC side. Joker Folie à Deux got a new poster, and it was announced that the screenings will begin with a Looney Tunes-inspired cartoon starring the Joker. Did you see this?
Yes.
Animated by Sylvain Chomet, who did the Triplets of Belleville. Todd Phillips seemingly confirms Joker 3 will not be happening, saying, quote, I think we've said what we wanted to say in this world. The Penguin, which I told you this is going to be like the second week in a row that we've had Penguin news.
Mm-hmm.
We got a new look at Colin Farrell and a new look today at Clancy Brown as Salvatore Maroni. We got some updates on The Batman 2. Mattson Tomlin says they're now gearing up to film next year, saying, quote, the bar just couldn't be higher. Matt Reeves is a true artist who is operating in a world where sometimes art doesn't get to flourish. And it was announced a Bat Signal popcorn bucket will be released to celebrate the 85th anniversary of Batman, and will launch with the Batman re-release on August 28th. Did you see what it looks like?
It looked so cool.
Looks awesome. It looks awesome. It's got like a black and blue shaded tint.
And that's when is it releasing?
The Batman re-release is on August 28th. On the Marvel side of things, Deadpool and Wolverine, 15th week in a row. First look at concept art for Wolverine Pool, a variant that did not make the cut. And it has become one of the top 10 highest grossing superhero movies of all time. And we got the first look at concept art for Deadpool visiting the Marvel Comics universe. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That looked awesome. On X-Men 97, Brad Winderbaum says season 2 will include 2 new X-teams from the comics. We got some news from the now long gone Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Shang-Chi would have been one of the leads, which makes sense because Destin Daniel Cretton was going to direct it.
Yeah.
Captain America: Brave New World. They released like a bunch of random stuff, all in like a span of like an hour. We got the first official look at Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk. It was whenever he's transforming behind the podium from Captain America: Brave New World. First still released of Thunderbolts, featuring Red Guardian, Ghost, Bucky, Yelena, and U.S. Agent, aka John Walker. And Daredevil Born Again, first official look at Daredevil. First look at Ironheart, officially released. And in the Vision series, did you see this?
Yes.
James Spader will return as Ultron, and Elizabeth Olsen may possibly return as Scarlet Witch, releasing in 2026. And that's all the news we got for this week. In terms of celebrity deaths, we don't have a lot. We only have 4. Maurice Williams was 86. He was a singer behind Stay and frontman of doo-wop group The Zodiacs. John Apry, 83. He's from The Godfather Part 2 and Full House. Phil Donahue, legendary daytime talk show host behind The Phil Donahue Show, died at 88. And Atsuko Tanaka. She's a voice actress from many things, most notably Ghost in the Shell. And also she was in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Naruto.
She's Bayonetta. She's Japanese voice for Bayonetta, I believe.
A whole slew of stuff. She was 61. My sources this week are Deadline, Movie Insider, Celebrity Birthdays, Discussing Film, GQ, Variety, LA Times, Vanity Fair, Collider, Puck, Inverse, Hollywood Reporter, comicbook.com, Screen Rant, Empire, Entertainment Tonight, Genius, The Insider, and at Juan_Chano 2810 on Twitter.
I want to thank my sources, IGN, PC Gamer, comicbook.com, Nintendo Life, Jamatsu, Destructoid, Rock Paper Shotgun, Comics Beat, Crunchyroll, and official sites and socials of the studios and companies mentioned. And now on to our next...
Our final week of games.
Our final week of games. We'll probably come back to this format at some point.
Oh, at some points down the road,
because this has been very fun, but we missed the tier lists.
Yeah.
So we are going to be doing some mostly BuzzFeed. One's not on BuzzFeed, but
we're doing 3 out of 4 are BuzzFeed.
We're doing 4 quizzes. Like we're going to take those. We're not doing it for each other. We're going to take it ourselves. We're going to guess.
Oh, okay.
That was what I was going to say. Is like,
yeah.
What do we think? Like before each quiz, we'll go, okay, what do we think each other's results are going to be?
Yeah.
So first, we're going to take which Disney princess are we? Because we have to know. And we started the podcast with Disney princesses.
This is a full circle. Full circle moment.
Full circle moment for us here.
If I get Ariel, so help me. If I get Ariel, there's going to be some issues. Which one do you think I'd be?
Which one do I think Jay is going to be? I think Jay...
Which one do I think you'd be?
I'm trying to think through all the Disney princesses. I think Jay is going to get... I think Jay is going to either get... If Anna is in there...
See, here's the thing. I wish we had a list of ones that we can get to with the quiz.
If Anna is included in the quiz... If Anna is included in the quiz, even though she's not technically a Disney princess, I would say you're going to get Anna. Because they kind of get grouped in Disney princess all right. If not, it's probably Ariel.
Say Pocahontas.
You're going to say Pocahontas?
No. Oh. Maybe for me.
Oh, maybe for you.
For you.
Oh.
For you, honestly, would you be offended if I said Vanellope?
No.
Okay. I feel like you'd be a good Vanellope.
Alrighty.
Wait, should we say the questions as we go through it?
What is your favorite Disney movie? Mine is not on here.
What is yours?
Mine is Hercules.
Oh, that's right.
And my second and third choices after that are also not on here, so I'm going to have to go with whichever one I like more out of all of these. So I will go with...
Mine is on here.
I'll go with The Lion King.
That's what I put.
Your enemies are probably envious of your industriousness, looks... I don't have enemies. Determination, dreams, wealth, bravery, demeanor, or passions.
Okay, what are you most scared of?
Saying goodbye to my friends, losing my job, pop
deep.
quizzes, global warming, scissors...
Accurate.
Corporations, war, being alone, or standing still. I know mine. What do you look for in a soulmate? Loyalty, steadfastness, passion, bravery, kindness, beauty, humor, a sense of adventure, or wealth? Mine is existence.
Oh, and I thought we were still in the scared. I'm sorry.
What do you fear most?
I was like, that's
existence.
hilarious. I was like, that's hilarious. Okay. Choose an animal to talk to.
Phoenix, bluebird, mouse, meerkat, warthog, cockatoo, shark, opossum, or animals can't talk.
Phoenix, this is not a freaking Harry Potter thing.
It even says via Warner Brothers on the
Exactly.
image thing. That's funny. I think I know what I would want to talk to. Only so I could give it a few choice words.
Sorry, I just picture me being able to talk to an opossum, and I see him like, "Hey, what's up?" And he goes, like, just screams at me.
Man, I thought being given the ability to talk to animals would make me understand what that meant, but I guess it's just universal.
It's straight up terror. It's both terror and also a warning.
But I made my choice. So
which one? Choose an animal to talk to. I'm so indecisive. What do you like to do with your time off?
Go camping. Just get out of town. Get together with my family. Lie around. I'm always working. Play video games. I said it like that because it's in all caps.
Exactly.
Burn the candle at both ends. LARP or go to the beach.
LARP is Hayden. I'm trying to figure out how some of these can correlate to freaking.
What is the secret to true love? Obviously, it is this. I'm not going to say my answers anymore, so we're not influencing each other. Where would you have a first date?
See, here's where I'm like conflicted because there's a lot for me.
Well, I would do a mixture of these.
I'm truly offended at this next one.
Pick a singer. Lord, Willow Smith, Miley. Oh man, we know when this was made. Miley Cyrus, Christina Aguilera, Miles Davis, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Bruno Mars, Lana Del Rey. These haven't really been.
There's no Taylor Swift.
What is your happily ever after? Alrighty. So,
I'll let you go first.
I got Ariel. You got Ariel.
Two.
You are a dreamer who is always thinking of the next big step in your life. Some may think you have set your sights too high, but your friends know you are capable of anything.
I'm walking off the pod. I'm done with everything right now.
Jay and his connection to Ariel will be
forever be embedded in this podcast.
The stuff of legends.
Well, we figured out that one. I'm Ariel, as we kind of predicted.
We thought we would do 4 quizzes, one that would kind of tie into the podcast inside joke-wise, one that is specific to me, and then one that is specific to Jay, and then one that none of us are going to know anything about.
Exactly.
So
should we do
the Jay? We'll do the yours.
Mine next. Okay, so mine is going to be a Taylor Swift one. We're going to figure out which era we are. Now, I will preface this by saying this does not have Torture Pose Department on here. This is only her first 10, TS 1 through 10. Pick the scenery that appeals to you the most. We got, I know what all these correlate to. We got like a foggy, we got like a fall area, we got like a little grassland, a busy city, a palm tree, space, a forest, a rock outcropping, a little wheat field.
I picked one almost immediately. What is your favorite color? Purple, white, red, teal, yellow, green, navy blue, pink. None of these are my favorite color.
Which bed would you rather sleep in?
How do you act when you have a crush on someone? I can't shout about it. My crush is all I can talk about. I want to tell the whole world I'm in love. I won't let them know I'm into them, but I'll throw a party just to get an excuse to spend time with them. I like to admire them from afar and wait for them to make the first move. I play hard to get. I'm nervous around them. Or I do something stupid. I might come off as nonchalant when I'm actually plotting and scheming. I don't get crushes that often. Feelings are rarely mutual. I don't mind approaching them or making the first move. I keep it to myself, or I try to get them to know as a friend first, but secretly daydream about our wedding.
Oh, I picked one immediately, and then I found another one. I picked that instead.
There's 2.
That's mine too. We're going back and forth. Pick your favorite type of weather. I like the rainbow after the rain, dark and stormy, rainy, mostly sunny, foggy, stormy, partly cloudy.
Pick a city to visit. Oh, this one's going to be hard for me. Holy moly.
Ooh, L.A. is on here. Let me just list them off. Rome, Tokyo, Boston, L.A., Paris, Santorini, Greece, New York, Edinburgh. How do you deal with difficult emotions? Ooh, I know which one I deal with.
All right.
I will say...
What era did you think I would get?
I think you'd be a mix of either fearless or lover.
Fearless
or
lover?
Maybe some 1989 in there.
Alrighty.
Which one did you get?
I got debut. Congrats, you got debut. You're sincere and young at heart. You're empathetic and easy to get along with. You may give off a confident vibe, but deep down you still have your insecurities. Fortunately, read more.
I was going to say if you were going to be country, you'd probably be either debut or fearless, but if you're going to be pop, it'd be either 1989 or lover. I got the one that's most accurate to me. Let me just preface this. I don't think we've discussed this on the pod, how much of a Swiftie I am. I am a huge Swiftie. Speak Now is my favorite album. However, Reputation is my favorite era. And wouldn't you know, I got Reputation, my guy.
Coolio.
Ready for it? You got Reputation as your era, which means you have a tough exterior, but you're actually soft and sensitive on the inside. You don't take anything from anyone. You're introverted. And you have a very small circle of people you trust. But once they're in your circle, they're in, and you'll be loyal to them for life.
So there we go. Next, I say we do the fairy tale one.
Yes.
We're doing, for me, this is my specific one. Which fairy tale character are you?
And I know nothing.
You know
about
nothing,
this.
but I will make a guess. Jay, I think you might get Happy.
Happy?
That is probably the character. None of the characters are really you, but I would say out of all of them, the one you are most like would probably be Happy. So I kind of knew this tweet was going to be bad. I'm pretty sure it's made by a fan. So there is some of the answers here are definitely written by they were written by a teenager, I would say. But our first question: what gender are you? Male, female, neither? I don't talk to weaklings.
type of magic would you like to have?
Take over Beast's body. Night magic. So night magic is you get to you have like a pocket dimension where all your weapons are, and you can just pull them out at any time, and you equip them. What do you usually say? Okay, so these are basically just like things, like personality things, like some of the characters would say. Okay. Fight me, bring it on. Fish, yum. What a bunch of weaklings. Or get me some beer or anything alcohol. What is your fighting style? What horrible past have you suffered? These are so specific.
Oh my goodness.
So I'll let you go first.
You let me go first?
Yeah.
I got Mara Jane.
Mara Jane? Interesting.
The motherly waitress and cover girl of the Fairy Tale Guild. Specializing in the takeover style of magic, allowing the user to transform into any monster they have defeated. Despite her horrible past, Mara Jane is lively, kind, and caring to all members of Fairy Tale. Mira is also sensitive and dislikes fighting. She hopes everyone gets along with each other and makes peace. Honestly, that's accurate.
I can't remember what I was going to say. I don't know where I was going with it. I got Kana Alberona, a short-tempered woman who is constantly drinking and uses card-based magic. She's usually seen drinking and is a tough girl. She's been in Fairy Tale since childhood. She acts as a leader in times of emergency. Hates it when people badmouth her friends and usually gets them for it. At times, she teases people about not having relationships.
Okay, who did you think you'd get?
I don't know who I thought I would get, honestly, but not this character.
So which one's Happy?
Happy's the little cat guy. He's not he's just kind of like, I like fish and I'm here to I'm here to help. Oh, it's time to fight. I'm just gonna be over here now. And finally,
everyone is one of 9 Sailor Moon characters. It's time to find out who you are.
We thought we would pick one that we know nothing about. So
yes.
If there's anything we both don't know anything about, it's Sailor Moon. So we're just going to figure out which Sailor Moon character we are. And I have no idea. I don't even have a guess for you, Jay. So
I don't know anything about these.
I know a lot of them are named after planets. Choose the gemstone.
I'm going to be Jupiter because I'm big.
Choose the gemstone that speaks to you. What do you wish the world had more of? I got to look at yours real quick. Okay, because I got passion, coup, and the button's messed up on mine.
Coup.
Ambition, beauty, love, whiz.
More military. I was gonna say, well, you got to pick more military coups or cheese whiz. Okay, do I need to tell you what these are?
Yeah.
Passion, courage, ambition, beauty, love, wisdom, peace, ethics, empathy. What's the biggest pet peeve if you're thinking Michigan? Bull.
No, it fixed itself, but it was bullies, practical jokes. Instead of being talked down to, it was beta dote.
I'm crying. This quiz alone has broke me.
And then finally, pick the quote that resonates with you the most. A future is something that you make yourself. You have to believe in it. It's not nice to pick on people weaker than you. Only old men think that men are better than women these days. I have so many things to do today. Come home early, eat snacks, and finish the rest of my game. Just this twice, I wish my instincts weren't right. Please stop talking about math when I'm eating. Don't leave me alone. Light would always lead us. It told us, it's all right, don't give up. Just leave the rest of me. I think I know which one I'm going with.
I have my answer.
Alrighty.
You want to go first?
I got Sailor Saturn. So did you. You're the soldier of destruction and birth. People might think you're quiet, but really you're just taking in the world around you so you can understand it better. You have so much strength and determination inside you that it makes sense that you're always willing to help those around you. Well, so the results today were Jay and I both got Ariel, on which Disney princess we are.
Oh, my goodness.
We both got Sailor Saturn.
The Sailor Moon one broke
Sailor
me.
Moon.
On
Fairy Tale, he got Mary Jane and I got Kana, and then for Taylor Swift, I was the debut era, and you were the
accurate reputation era.
The reputation era. So that was fun.
Thank you for joining us. My
We'll
goodness.
see you next week with more nerdy news. Maybe a more calm down one. We just got done with Comic Con.
Hopefully.
It went right into D23, and then we had like a little bit of a break, and then it went right into Gamescom. So like maybe next week we'll see you guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Wherever you follow or listen to the podcast, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, comment, all that stuff. You can
Share it with anyone you think might enjoy it.
Please do get our audience grown out there. You can follow the podcast on most social medias at Mondays for Nerds. You can follow Jay on Twitter at PoeThePanda001.
Follow for my animal tweets. I got one cooking in the burger right now.
And you can follow me, Tristan Stump, on most social medias at Sir Stumps a lot or at Sir Stumps a lot 17. Check out some of my thoughts or art, because I am a cartoonist / animator. That's what I went to school for. I don't talk about it a whole lot on here other than when I'm ranting. So, anyway,
Sorry I had to listen to all these wheezes come out of my mouth in the last 10 minutes.
we hope to see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.